Are we going to see April take anybody else under her wing? Because she's always been kind of like the one following people around.
Yeah, not yet. Not so far. She's pretty much a follower. I think she's a follower in some respects. She's super type A, and you'll see that at the beginning of this next season. You know, she kind of jumps right back into surgery where other characters are floundering in the background and can't get their act together and can't get back into surgery. I think April's just like, I'm going to do it. I'm good at this. I know I can do it. I'm going to be the best doctor I can be, and that's how my parents raised me. So she's, in that way, she's very proactive and type A. Socially, she's just clueless. She never really spent that kind of time on herself. Growing up, she just spent all of her time getting the grades. So we'll see a lot of sort of charming and hilarious things emerge from April's lack of social skills.
She's super type A, but does she ever let loose socially?
There are a couple moments coming up. Not super loose though. She's still pretty tightly wound. I have a feeling there's going to be a big moment in the near future where she kind of just cracks and lets it all hang out. But
I kind of feel like it should involve alcohol.
Oh, yes.
Does it really?
I hope so.
Oh.
I don't know.
I feel like that's the only way to get someone who's that tightly wound, unless there's drugged of some sort. I don't know if you want to introduce other drugs to Grey's Anatomy, but if you have some alcohol in April, maybe she'll loosen up a little bit.
We did shoot a scene where there was some alcohol involved, and it's a pretty delightful April moment. She reveals a big secret about herself in episode 3 that I am particularly excited about, because that secret can kind of go in about 1,000 different directions. You know, it could lead to wonderful things, it could lead to really sad things, it could lead to hilariously awkward things. You know, it's just it's a really great reveal that happens in episode 3.
Is it like a secret, like she's never been in love before, or is it more like family driven or something in her past?
I think I'm not going to say.
Okay. Sounds good.
I want it to be a surprise.
And now Meredith and Derek, I know you've been asked this 1,000 times, but Meredith miscarried in the finale.
Right.
Are they going to be trying for kids in this next season? Is that something they revisit?
That is also something that I can't talk about.
Or does April have a love life, or is she looking for a love life, or is that just not even part of her plan right now?
I think that's a desire. I mean, we haven't really explored it very much yet. They haven't really explored either love lives for me or for Jackson yet in the first several episodes. And I think that's very intentional, you know. I think Shonda wanted us to really be introduced as surgeons before hopping us into bed with whoever, you know. I think we needed to be established as part of the tribe and part of the team before pairing off. So I don't know how that's all going to work out, but there hasn't been any romance yet for either of us.
Okay. Let's see here. Alright, so going on the love life triangle thing, who would you like to see April wind up in bed with, and why?
The thing is, I don't even know how to answer that question, because, you know, all of the men on that show are so wonderfully delightful in very different ways, and I think they would all bring something completely different out of April. And I think any of those directions would be interesting to watch. So the one thing I hope is that I don't break anybody up, because I already got a lot of flack from the public for being in love with McDreamy. So I'd love for her to fall in love with someone who's available, I guess.
Who is that? Who is even available?
I don't even know. I mean, everybody's pretty much paired off except for Jackson, but, like, I can't imagine that they would put the two newbies together. I don't think the fans would be particularly interested in that, you know?
Yeah. No, she's probably not going to turn into a lesbian.
I don't think so. I did ask the producers, I'm like, so, April, which guy? And I'm like, I guess, or girl, right? I guess I have to say that now. And they won't tell me anything. They're like, we're going to let you sit in it and wonder. And I was like, yeah. So I have no idea. But I wouldn't mind kissing any one of them.
No, right? They're all very, very attractive.
Yes.
Although, if you broke up Mare and Derek, I think that people
I think I would actually be assassinated. Like, not the character, but Sarah Drew the person would be hunted down by fans and
Probably.
shot.
It might start here in this office.
I think so.
People would be pretty upset.
I think so too.